Hey guys, welcome to Red50. Thank you for tuning into another video. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for future videos. Alright, so today's video I feel like has been long overdue. For those of you who have stuck around my channel for a while, you guys may recall that I made a pedal shifters tutorial video for the Mustangs, where I used my 2019 Mustang GT as a demo car and just kind of went over the basics of the paddle shifters. It helped a lot of people understand the basics of the paddle shifters and also how much fun they can be. Most importantly, I also tried to emphasize it won't damage anything on your Mustang, as the ECU will always try to protect your Mustang. So any potential mistakes, you don't have to worry about it because the ECU is always going to favor the car. So while the tutorial was well received, one of the common questions I got in the comments was, how do you know when to shift your Mustang, whether you're upshifting or downshifting, if you want to have fun and just maximize the power? The tutorial was aimed towards beginners, and my suggestion was to kind of shift around 3000 RPMs or so just to be conservative. But in today's video, I want to cover when to shift if you just want to maximize the power and have as much fun as you possibly can. Now, before I dive into this video, keep in mind that we are using a 2019 Mustang GT with the 10-speed transmission. We will cover later in the video why that is going to be important to know. But either way, if you stick to the end, follow the steps mentioned in the video, you should be able to properly use pedal shifters to maximize the power on your S550 Mustang, no matter whether it's a V6, Ecoboost, or even a GT. Okay, so like we said, I'm using my 2019 Mustang GT with the 10-speed transmission as a demo car. So let's go over the basics so you can master how to maximize the power on your S550 Mustangs with the pedal shifters. If you haven't watched the pedal shifters tutorial video originally and are new to the pedal shifters, I highly encourage you to check that video out first so you don't mess up anything on your Mustang. So let's get into it. So now, why does it matter what transmission you're using and the engine itself? Well, for starters, we know the engine makes power as the RPMs climb up. Mustang's engines are no different. Each engine has its unique characteristic, which is why you always hear people say phrases like, "Oh, the car is falling flat on its face," or "the car keeps pulling strong all the way to the red line." So you get the point of these phrases, and we'll dig into it a little deeper. So for step 1, we need to know the engine's red line to determine what is the maximum RPM for the Mustang, depending on the engine. So for my 2019 Mustang GT with the 5.0 Gen 3 Coyote, the red line is 7400 RPM. So in my case, I need to shift at or before 7400 RPM. And if you're driving a V6, the red line for your car is around 7000 RPM, I believe. And the Ecoboost is going to be around 6500 RPM. So these are the maximum RPM that you can kind of exceed, unless you're tuned, obviously. But for a stock car, you don't want to exceed that. Now, it's not always beneficial to rev it out all the way to the red line, which brings us to the step number 2. You have to know the car's power band. Pretty much all 5.0s in the S550 Mustang, whether it's the Gen 2 Coyote or the Gen 3 Coyote, will make their power after, I want to say, 3500 RPM or so, and will pull all the way to the red line. Gen 2 Coyotes, found in 2015 through 2017 Mustang GTs, will have a red line of 7000 RPM, just keep that in mind, instead of 7400 RPM on the Gen 3 Coyote. V6 has a similar power band too, with the max power drop off around 6500 or so, as opposed to the 7000 RPM red line. Ecoboost is where it gets interesting. It's a turbocharged engine, so to avoid turbo lag, Ford put a small turbo that spools much faster, so you can avoid the turbo lag. What does it result in? Well, you get power starting from 2000 RPM, way earlier than the V6 would. However, it falls on its face flat around 5500 RPM or so. Now, this would mean that even though the RPM would be climbing to the red line of 6500 RPM in an Ecoboost car, the Mustang won't be making more power than it did at 5500 RPM. So now basically, if you have followed step 1 and step 2, to understand the basics, you can see where we're going with this. For our last step, which is the step number 3, we kind of combine these previous steps together and get to the step 3. Again, I will be using my 2019 Mustang GT for this purpose, so I know my car has a red line of 7400 RPM, so as I accelerate, I need to upshift using the right pedal at or before 7400 RPM. I also know my Gen 3 Coyote will start making power from 3500 RPM all the way to 7400 RPM. So if I'm accelerating and I shift anytime before 7400 RPM, I know I have given up on some power. Now you may be wondering, how does it work for downshifting? Well, the goal is to downshift the gear that will allow the RPM to be within the range of the power band. So for my Gen 3 Coyote motor, If I downshift and the RPM shoots up to 3500 RPM or above, I'm good to go. In the case of Ecoboost, for example, if your downshift shoots up your RPM to 2500 or so, you should be good to go and maximize the power. Now in this next clip, I want you to pay attention to the RPMs and how I wait for the RPMs to climb above 3500 RPMs before I get on the car. Again, it's a Gen 3 Coyote, so they make power from 3500 RPM all the way to the red line. Now, as you saw from that clip, I waited until my RPMs were above 3500 before I got on the car. It just happens to be the sweet spot for Gen 3 Coyotes. Once the RPMs are above 3500, it just makes power all the way through the red line. If I had gotten on the car before 3500 RPM, I still would have pulled, but it just wouldn't have felt as strong. Now, if you recall, we said the Ecoboost falls flat on its face after 5500 RPM. So if you're accelerating and you want to maximize the power and you go past 5500 RPM, you aren't making more power all the way to the 6500 RPM red line. So you're better off shifting at around 5500 RPM and keeping the car in its power band. Alright, so now I wanted to touch on the transmission options. So as we know, the 2018 and up automatic Mustangs are going to come with the 10-speed automatic transmission. What this means is all the gears are stacked very closely together. So if you do find yourself in a higher gear, you're just going to have to downshift a lot more to get to the power band. However, the upside of that is as you accelerate and you want to upshift, the RPM drop between each gear shift isn't that much, so that your car stays in the power band much longer than you would if you had the 2015 to 2017 Mustang with the 6-speed automatic transmission. So this should help you maximize the power on your S550 Mustangs by using the pedal shifters regardless of what engine you have, whether it's the V6, Turbo 4, or even the V8. You can simply follow these 3 steps, give it a couple of tries, and you will master it as soon as you learn your car, and see how it reacts to pulls around each RPM. To sum it up for you guys, step 1, know the red line of the engine. Step 2, know your engine's power band. Step 3, shift between those ranges to maximize the power to keep the car in its power band. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it was helpful, as well as for you to master the pedal shifters on your Mustang to maximize the power. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe to Red 50 for more videos.